Jaguar Wright told us that Diddy took out Kim Porter, and this is something that I've wholeheartedly believed since I've heard Jaguar Wright speak about this 4 years ago. Jaguar Wright alleged that Kim Porter was poisoned, and this was because she was writing a tell-all book about Diddy and trying to leave him. And then she said that Kim Porter's ex, Al B. Sure, was put into a coma around the same time that he was writing a tell-all book. And what literally gives me chills is Al B. Sure took to his social media after Kim Porter's passing, and he wrote that she was murdered. He said, "I just found this footage from the morning that I learned of Kim Porter's and how it ripped the soul from my physical body." He said that Kim Porter just didn't check out all of a sudden because they were just at a Christmas special with Netflix for their son Quincy. And Al B. Sure wasn't lying, because a couple days before Kim Porter's death, they were at a Netflix event called the Holiday Calendar for Quincy. Al B. Sure was being so vocal on social media that he knew that Kim Porter did not pass away due to pneumonia. He also said, "She sent me this. Life intimidating art. Art intimidates life. Now it all makes sense. She told me other stuff too. She was running. I said, call the FBI." After all this, Al B. Sure was really getting ready to come out with a book, and then he slipped into a coma, and he took shots just a couple months ago, basically saying that this was Diddy.
We're going to be producing the Al B. Sure life story. So hold on to your britches, and you'll really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security.
And now Al B. Sure took to his Instagram today to speak more publicly again about Kim Porter's passing. He said, "For over a decade and a half, I've been posting about, tagging random law enforcement agencies in the hope to protect loved ones, avoid deaths and tragedies that could have all been avoided. Despite all this, I have been ignored, ridiculed, and medically silenced to cover up these crimes that you are now aware of by a very aggressive PR team and a costly campaign to silence and physically harm me from exposing. It was only aimed to prevent me from sharing publicly the facts and the insights from Kim Porter that she shared with me during our frequent intimate conversations in her selfless attempts to save my life by sharing frequent plans to do harm and possibly ending my life." Al B. Sure is sharing all of this because the new memoir that came out about Kim Porter, and he's actually saying that there was somebody in Diddy's camp, like Kim Porter and Diddy and all of them, someone that was around them, that took these notes that she had on her computer and her cell phone and edited them to make them look like something they weren't. He said, "I am writing this post to formally request an investigation into the entire group of individuals who worked at or were around the residence of Kim Porter, including publicists who assisted drafting this. It has came to my attention that these persons were instructed to steal her computer and mobile devices which contained her original book notes. Original notes are distinct from this fabricated bullshit and the offensive pages being circulated on Amazon, which depict graphic acts involving me that never took place and that was edited and added after Kim Porter's murder. Porter's missing devices, allegedly already in evidence, unquestionably contain the critical evidence that has been concealed. I am convinced that evidence corroborates closely with the details outlined in the recently released public indictment document." So Al B. Sure is saying that he thinks that they have Kim Porter's computer and her phone that were took when she passed away. Holy shit. Additionally, it is pertinent to note that individuals involved in this matter may also have been connected to concealing the alleged several prominent artists, a situation that has left many bewildered. Unfortunately, Kim was taken from us way too soon before she could complete her true thoughts before this fake unauthorized edit released on Amazon, which the disappearance of her computer and vital evidence raises significantly more questions. It is evident that her potential to expose the realities of her personal abuses and being drugged and trafficked she was privy to, akin to the brave actions of Miss Cassie Ventura. Kim Porter was allegedly taken from us because she was set on course to accomplish what Miss Cassie Ventura did by igniting the bonfire, which brings us here today with the avalanche that has brought Satan to their chambers. The chills I got, because this is exactly what Jaguar Wright was saying years ago, and I'll Be Sure has been trying to say, and now, baby, he is putting it all out there. Oh my gosh. Jaguar Wright also talked about how it didn't make sense that Kim Porter had 2 autopsy reports, and after the first autopsy report, the coroner actually stepped down and then he passed away. A lot of people felt this was really weird, and when you look into Ed Winters, he has also done a lot of other weird cases that we have a lot of questions about, such as Whitney Houston, Paul Walker, Tom Petty, Brittany Murphy, and Michael Jackson. And when Jaguar Wright was talking about Kim Porter's passing, she was also talking about how all of these people, including Kim Porter, all used to work with Diddy at Uptown Records. And she explained how it was super weird because all of these people passed away, except I'll Be Sure because he ended up in a coma, but he was supposed to pass away. But all of them passed away except Diddy. If you didn't know, Diddy started out in the music industry at Uptown Records as an intern. He ended up being fired because he hosted his first event that ended up in a tragedy. And that tragedy was called the City College Stampede, where there was a crowd crush event that happened December 28th, 1991. This event was headlined by Diddy and Heavy D, where 5,000 people tried to pack into a gymnasium where only 2,730 people could fit, and then there was a stampede and people were getting trampled all over, and 9 people lost their lives. If you go on YouTube, you can watch videos on this, but just viewer discretion is advised, because not only was there 9 people that passed away, there was 29 non-fatal injuries, and this was horrific. Diddy ended up getting sued by multiple different families that lost their loved ones in this event because they were saying that Diddy oversold this, knowing that he wasn't supposed to. This is what ultimately led to Diddy getting fired from Uptown Records, and I'm not gonna lie, what Jaguar Wright said, it is pretty weird that all of them people from Uptown Records passed away, and Diddy is the only one that nothing has ever happened to. The fact that Jaguar Wright shared this 4 years ago gives me chills, and now we have I'll Be Sure right now today speaking more than he has ever before, and you cannot convince me that Diddy don't know what happened to the beautiful Miss Kim Porter. But you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.